Hey, this is Jeremy, and I want to update you guys on the latest about Mockup 3D. And today we're going to take a page from the old alchemists, and we're going to turn lead into gold. And that's the cool new feature I have, which is metallics. And that's what this little M is for. You just hit the M, and you make it metal. And since this is kind of an orange, it'll turn into gold. I teased this actually in my earlier video, so this is kind of me presenting it. And you can, still fully move this around. It actually goes non-metal while you move it, but it stays metal after you stop. So you can do this with any color. It doesn't have to be gold. For example, I'm going to do some blue steel in here. This is a bright blue. That should go a nice blue metal. Or you can do a rose gold. Just kind of a orangey, pinkish orangey. And that'll go that kind of nice rose gold color. So those are the kind of things you can do. You can simulate foil stamping or metallic inks or even just metallic surfaces partially. It does not have to be the whole thing as metallic. And I kind of went over this in my earlier environment map tutorial and some of my others, but the angle is really critical for metallics because what metallics are is reflections. So here, I'm going to have a box here which has a very different look to it. And I'm going to bring in this kind of cool gray, and that's going to kind of create a nice cool metallic look. As you can see, when I'm kind of angled down, you get all these little reflections right in there. But as I angle up, you see more of the sky, and it does create a different look. And as you turn around, you start to reflect some of these columns around, which I have. This is generated by the environment map. So very important to get the right angle with your metals, and otherwise they don't look like metal, they just look flat. So I've been working to make the environment map right so it shows up as metal in almost all angles. But you may have to, for both legibility and the kind of surface, you may have to get the angle the way you want it. Now here I'm going to do a fun thing combining both metallics and clear. And I'm speeding it up here just so you don't get too bored. It doesn't take that long, but there you go. And I kind of want to show you some nifty things about the interface. I'm changing a few things. I'm going to change it to the images panel instead of I believe it was the edit panel. Just thought it made more sense. And I put shapes kind of in their own little panel here so we can so it doesn't like crowd things up. And I have a fun little panel called Compositing, which I may or may not keep. This is actually more for just my analysis, but it does some cool stuff like this, which I think is kind of fun, so hey, why not? The other thing I want to just ask you guys, leave a comment, send me an email, I'll put my email address right here. What do you think of the interface? Because the thing is, I got all these cool features, but I always want to keep the core of you just take an image and you bring it in and you edit it in the right spot. Metal or no metal, clear or no clear, it's a really simple operation. And I want to make sure that's clear above everything else. And then everything else is just sort of, fun. You can change the gloss, you can do compositing, you can have a shadow or not, you can do metallics, you can do clear. That's all like extras. I want to keep that kind of core pretty simple. So give me your feedback. And thank you for either subscribing to my channel or my mailing list, or if you haven't already and you're interested, please do so. And there'll be more to come pretty soon. So this is Jeremy for Mockup 3D, and thank you. Have a good one.